The elections just wrapped. Romania backed a pro-EU globalist, doubling down on Brussels. Poland, it's still hanging in the balance. One thing's clear, however. Europe's being pulled in two directions, nationalism or submission, and the EU's mask is slipping. You want to know why it's so easy for the European Union to push the Ukraine war, to vote on $800 billion worth of aid, and to get their way without resistance? Well, here it comes. Let me clear up once and for all how useless the EU Parliament really is. You vote, you elect your MEPs, you expect them to represent your voice. But here's the brutal truth. They can't even propose laws. Let that sink in. The one body in the entire European Union that you, the people, actually vote for has no power to create legislation. Earlier this year, the majority of MEPs finally voted to give themselves the right to propose laws. Sounds like common sense, doesn't it? Well, let's see what happens. Because the real power, it's not in the citizens' hands, and it's not in the parliament's hands either. It's in the hands of 27 unelected commissioners appointed through political backroom deals. These people who've never faced a single voter are the ones who decide what becomes law in Europe. They propose it, they prioritize it, they can flat out ignore parliament if they feel like it. And the parliament, unfortunately, they're administrators, paper pushers, assigned to make it all look legit while executing the will of the unelected. They debate, they vote, and half the time, the voting machines don't even work. Even when they do, the commission can override it with just a whim, or they just ignore it. It's a performance, a distraction, a carefully managed illusion. Now imagine this. Imagine the US Congress had no legislative power. No House, no Senate, just a panel of 27 unelected technocrats deciding what laws get passed and whether the elected voices even get heard. In that system, you wouldn't even need lobbyists, no bribes, no campaign contributions, no influence, because Congress couldn't do anything. So where does all that influence money go? Well, it goes straight to the top, to the commission, to their loyal inner circle. They took the US model, gutted the accountability, and concentrated power and profit into the hands of a few unelected elites. Fewer people, bigger influence, no oversight. It's a dictatorship wrapped in blue flags and diversity posters. Now look, I'm not excusing the American system. It's corrupt for sure. Money flows, congressmen get bought, we all know it. But here's the difference. In the US, there's still a faint possibility of electing people who actually fight back, who reject the money, who do their job with integrity. In the EU, you can't even elect the people with the power. And it gets worse. Now you've got EU member states like Germany trying to mandate that all national laws must align with the EU law. Let me say that again. Germany's new government wants to strip its own parliament of sovereignty and force every national law to comply with Brussels. What does that mean? It means these 27 unelected people won't just control the EU, they'll control every nation inside of it. It's not just centralization, it's colonization by bureaucrats. Your national governments become hollow. Your parliaments, set pieces. Your votes, they're just symbolic. It's the same playbook extended downward. Strip the power, keep the image, feed the illusion. And it's all dressed up in pretty slogans like, we are one, shared values, and European identity. Please, this isn't democracy. It's a well-funded illusion, a carefully scripted distraction, a globalist movie set. And while they tell you we are one, what they really mean is, we rule, you obey. And still, we get lectures from Brussels about how America is the broken system, how Trump is a dictator, how Europe is the beacon of fairness and democracy. Spare me. This isn't democracy. It's a cartel of bureaucrats propped up by propaganda and taxpayer cash. Let's stop pretending, shall we? The EU is a training ground for oligarchy, a fortress of unaccountable power, and every year it gets stronger by draining you and feeding itself. Don't tell me it's democratic. Don't tell me it's fair. And don't you dare tell me America is worse. My opinion, it's not just an opinion. It's based on the actual structure of the European Union. So go ahead, try and defend it. I'd love to hear the excuses, because I'm done hearing how grand, fair, and glorious the EU is. We know exactly what it is. A well-dressed lie run by a clique of soon-to-be oligarchs stripping every nation of sovereignty while preaching freedom. This isn't democracy. It's the ultimate scam. And every election, like the ones in Romania and Poland, is a fight to take that power back.